and she was in it. Paige Heard, she made an appearance in it.
Who's her dad?
Huh?
Who's her dad?
I don't know who her actual dad is. I just remember hearing about how.
Oh, I thought he might have been somebody famous.
No.
Is somebody that grew up with Earl?
I don't know. I forget. I don't even know who her dad is or whatever, but I just remember him saying that he adopted her. All right, come on.
Simmons.
I told you that I went to his last concert.
Yeah.
Before he died, and like I was the only.
Negro there?
No, I was the only. I was the only young guy that was probably there. Yeah. And like I was able to adapt to all of it.
Show the softer side of Earl. But how do I show the softer side of Earl?
You ever seen that Mad TV?
Yeah, I saw that.
Harry Spears playing his mom.
Yeah.
Tim's on and everything.
Yeah.
Like I told you, you need to stop messing with these chicken heads from the top.
Smoking a cigarette and everything. What's good with it, Justin? Welcome to the show.
Just?
Yeah, I got the Instagram live going right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
say, nigga, that ain't my name.
My name ain't Justin. All right. Let's get it started. What's going on, everybody? This is Dayline Morrow, back again with another episode of the Mind of Filmmaker podcast. How's everybody doing? Yeah. So today we have a very special guest. I think this guy right here, I've been trying to get on the show for a minute. I want to welcome everybody, introduce everybody to my guy, Q, the vegan playboy.
What's up?
So it's been a lot of stuff out since we last talked. So today's topic is Black voices in Hollywood, meaning like more creators, more Black creators, because I feel like we don't have that many creators. Do you agree? More than the regular Hollywood and stuff.
Less than that, but more than we used.
Say that again?
Less than like other races, but more than we used to. Like it's a little bit more scarce, I think, in the 90s when it comes to want to say movies.
Yeah.
But not television. Like there was that period in television when we had a bunch of shows, like 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Living Single, Martin, Fresh Prince, Malcolm and Eddie,
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper, like to name a few.
Yeah. So out of that, that whole list that you named, which one was your favorite and why?
Oh, Martin.
Why Martin?
Martin, that's my favorite comedian. So
Okay.
I just like his style of humor. He's like a black Jim Carrey to me. Like he gets his whole body into
animated
it.
and stuff.
If we're talking stand up, my list would change a little bit.
Let's talk about both of them.
Well,
TV wise, who do you have?
Yeah, it would definitely be Martin. and then The Fresh Prince, and then Family Matters. That would be my top 3 black sitcoms in the 90s.
Say that one more time.
Martin, Fresh Prince, and Family Matters with Urkel.
Okay.
Be my top 3.
I think mine, because I'm like, to really think about it, it's like I haven't really like lived to really like enjoy like all of it, like
Yeah, that era.
that era of like black comedy, because it's like I was like on the tail end, so
Yeah, most of them shows I just named were canceled when you were like probably like 1 or 2.
yeah. So I think with me, my top 5 like black comedies: Fresh Prince, Martin, Wayne's Brothers.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Fresh Prince, Wayne's Brothers, Martin.
Did you watch Living Single any?
I would watch it when my mom would watch it. I would never be like, "Hey, this is on" or whatever. Nah, I couldn't really get into it.
That's why I'm just saying excited because that's how I used to watch it. My mom and older sister was really into that one.
What other shows that was out during that time?
Girlfriends, The Parkers, Steve Harvey Show. 101.
101. There you go. Right there.
Flex Alexander.
Yeah. The worst Michael Jackson in the world, man.
And that would bring us to why we need black filmmakers. I think, I'm pretty sure white director and studio and stuff made that. That was blasphemous.
Yeah, I think I remember that movie. I remember that special.
Yeah.
And like I remember, just him playing Michael Jackson and everything. But I was at the age where I didn't really like get why it was so crazy. I just remember him in the white makeup, the powder makeup, literally. And I mean, I'm like, the best Michael Jackson specifically had to be
American Dream.
Dream, yeah.
And that's because it was black Suzanne DePass and Quincy Jones, not Quincy Jones, but Berry Gordy and Jermaine Jackson, his brother.
Okay, so there was a Jackson in it.
Yeah, so they all worked on that. Like, in order for us to get Richard Pryor's story out there and Stevie Wonder and
have we come up with who's gonna play, I guess, Richard Pryor?
Pryor?
Yeah.
Oprah and Lee Daniel they were working on one in about 4 or 5 years ago. I guess it fell through. And it was supposed to be Mike Epps.
Okay, so it was supposed to be Mike Epps, because I do remember it was.
Yeah, and Kate Hudson, I don't know if you know what that is, but she was supposed to be playing his white wife.
Oh, okay.
That they had Tracy Morgan was gonna be Red Fox in there. Eddie Murphy was gonna be playing Richard Pryor's dad in that movie. Oprah was gonna be playing Richard Pryor's grandmother, who ran the brothel that he lived in and grew up in.
Yeah.
I ain't heard nothing else about it.
Yeah, because I'm like,
guess it fell through.
Yeah.
Which is a tragedy. Like, there has to be a Richard Pryor biopic.
It's got to be a Richard Pryor biopic. It has to be.
Fucking probably Rick James too.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll watch it. But I'm like, we need a Richard Pryor. Well, Richard Pryor.
Definitely Richard.
We need the official Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, definitely. They did one actually
a long time ago, but they like shelved it.
Shelved it.
And I don't know where to really watch it at. But
it was that guy that plays the dad, Iris's dad from The Flash. I don't know the actor's name, but he was playing Marvin Gaye in there.
I know him from Rent.
And that too, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was playing Marvin in there.
And I think that was a perfect one, but I'm like,
yeah,
if they like...
His family shelved it, I believe.
Why? Do you know?
I don't know Marvin's family. I don't know. They did the same, like they don't really like you using any of his stuff.
Like his music and stuff?
Anything, because they remember Pharrell got in trouble.
Oh, yeah. He got in trouble. T.I., Pharrell, and Robin Thicke, all three.
So it's going to take them pretty much to relinquish some of the rights to do his biopic, I guess. But I know people like Stevie before he died. Like, give that man his flowers while he's still here. Make
Stevie
him
who?
wonder. Make a movie about him.
Oh, before he died.
Yeah, because he's getting old. Like,
yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, he died?
that's why Ray was so good, because they did it. But he was
he did have
right next to Jamie playing on the piano and stuff.
Okay, so since we're talking about biopics, who played their roles the best in those biopics? So we have
Ali,
Ray, 42, Jackie Robinson, James Brown, but the same guy.
Thurgood Marshall.
Tina Turner with it.
Yeah, Ike and Tina, Lawrence Fishburne, Angela Bassett.
Yeah. There's so many other
Temptations miniseries.
That was a series?
Yeah.
I thought that was just a movie.
Two day.
Okay.
On NBC, I believe, back in the day.
I remember I was watching this interview on Robert Towns, and he said that that's not even like a true story. It's like a...
You're thinking of the Fat Heartbeats.
Is that what they... Oh,
yeah.
Oops.
Temptation was absolutely true.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. You get them confused because Leon was in both.
Ah, that's
David
probably why.
Ruffin, that one though, Five Heartbeats was actually loosely based on the Temps too. That's why another reason why you probably got it confused. Robert Townsend actually was a huge fan growing up of Temptations, and that's why Eddie King was sort of like David Ruffin with the ego and the drug use and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But that one wouldn't really count as a biopic. You got Malcolm X.
Yeah, so Malcolm X. And then we go into like the more recent one, the more recent biopics.
Like NWA and all that.
Straight Outta Compton, All Eyes on Me. I think All Eyes on Me was like it was a good, quick biopic
for what
for the people that didn't know anything about Tupac.
Yeah, for the new generation, that was a quick overview of some stuff.
Yeah, but if you are a fan like
me,
you, if you guys, most of you guys don't know who this guy is, but he's a big Tupac fan, so he can probably read you his whole history of his life, including the Black Panther stuff. So
out of some of the, what you asked me, what like my favorite one and least favorite
or favorite.
But go with least first, and I would have to say, well, I'm not even counting Man in the Mirror with Flex. Like that don't even.
Oh, that's the title of.
I'm not counting that. That ain't even worth being the least like that. Yeah, that ain't even. Least I would have to go with it's between Notorious and All Eyes on Me.
I think they did a pretty good job. Oh, for least and
for least favorite.
Oh, for least favorite.
Yeah. That'd be my bottom two. And I don't know which one was worse.
I think All Eyes on Me.
I think All
Eyes on Me was worse because I felt like it was shot quickly.
Yeah, and they didn't really have a whole lot of.
They didn't have a lot of stuff. I guess differently.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything different.
Yeah, I could probably agree with you on that. That's probably the worst one. All Eyes on Me, and then my favorite.
No, wait. I take that back. The worst one is like the Aaliyah biopic that they did for Lifetime.
I didn't even see it.
Don't watch it.
Don't
even watch it, bro. I mean, you can watch it just to see what I'm talking about, but don't watch it expecting to like see something amazing.
Was it as bad as the TLC one?
The TLC one wasn't as bad as the Aaliyah one because like it had everybody. It had Keke Palmer and I forget who else was in that, but Lil Mama was in it.
Lil Mama as Left Eye,
and I think Diana Ross's son was
Dallas Austin.
Yeah, I think that's who he was in that, and I think that one was cool.
Yeah,
I think
I actually like that one a little bit with Cole Brown playing
Yeah.
L.A. Reid.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, yeah, I'm like, what? I had to. And then I think I just recently seen, what was it? The Salt and Pepper biopic.
Yeah, I ain't watched that one either.
Okay, so I think Lifetime in general, like entirely,
Bad.
they need to stop doing
yeah.
biopics.
Yeah, I'm surprised they.
I guess it's probably because like the budget of these movies got to be so low for Lifetime that they got to go. That
Again, that goes back to what you're saying. Why we need more black directors, because those people are like real important to us.
To
but
black-
when Lifetime get them, it's like
they don't really care.
they don't
about
put
what-
all the money and stuff behind them. Like Salt and Pepper ain't nothing to be like turning your nose up at. They actually
They was like, yeah, they was legit crew. So
black in the black community. Salt and Pepper was like,
and it wasn't even like, it wasn't bad, but it's like, from a filmmaker standpoint, I feel like I could have done like a little better.
better, yeah. You need people like Jay-Z funding and like you did with The Harder They Fall. Like if we had all these big heavy hitters financially supporting these products, we could redo like the TLC movie and make it theatrical because they deserve it. It's TLC, like guarantee you if they did the Dixie Chicks,
They would have had that stuff
yeah,
down
it
to
would
the
have been
T.
on point. Like, so yeah, we just need our own people doing these things.
Do you read novels? Like any novels or anything?
Very little.
Little?
Yeah,
Like, okay, what was the last one you read?
I couldn't even tell you.
Because we talked about this already, but the Just Say No story or whatever I was trying to do, that I'm planning to do, we need those types of stories. Like, there's like some good stories out here, novel wise, and novel and black novelists that like need these stories to be told on screen, whether it's on Netflix or the big screen. I truly think like this specific story.
Yeah, Netflix wouldn't be a bad route either.
And that's the thing, because I'm like,
It's better than Lifetime.
exactly. And so, I've been fighting myself thinking about like, how can I go about this story specifically, without, a whole bunch of time being wasted and, a whole bunch of money not spent, directly on the whole story, but like still make money from it, but also how to get everything out that I need. Yeah, so it's like how to do this without wasting money. Netflix, like streaming services and stuff. I was thinking like with some of the aspects of the story, I could actually like use like different age groups of people to tell the story. I was thinking like the way they did what is it, the New Edition story, how if they had the little kids and then they had the teenage be played by the grown-up guys. I can go that route, or I can just do the little kids for a couple scenes, and then the teenagers for another, and then have the grown-up, the younger guys, the older guys, like my age up, and for like the last little bit of that story. Yeah, so.
Okay, not to sidetrack, but
What's up?
I forgot to tell you my favorite favorite biopic. Between Malcolm X and probably What's Love Got to Do with It.
Why those two?
Angela Bassett. Cause the acting, number one, like Denzel played the hell out of. That's probably my favorite portrayal of his to this day. Played the hell out of Malcolm X, and then Angela Bassett killed the Tina Turner role. And Lawrence Fishburne played the hell out of. And that's a testament to his acting because he don't look nothing like. Yeah, playing Ike Turner in What's Love, because he don't look nothing like that in real life.
Nothing at all.
But he captured that role. So it's between one of them as my top two, and then least favorite would be Notorious or actually it would be All Eyes on Me. And favorite is I'll probably.
What's love got to do with it? I think so my least is probably like TV wise, the Aaliyah biopic, movie wise, All Eyes on Me, and then what else is it? TV, the Aaliyah, movie wise, All Eyes on Me as my least favorite, and then for most favorite is probably Straight Outta Compton, hip hop wise, and then just music in general, probably Ray.
Right.
Speaking of biopics, did you say you watched King Richard?
Yeah, King Richard was actually that's one of the good ones.
What did you think
I don't know where I'd place it, but yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No, it was good. I thought it was pretty good. And excuse me, Will's actually one of my favorite actors, but I will say they should have went with a darker skinned actor on that one.
Who would you, if you were able to pick who?
Idris Elba. Because he looks more like dark. Their dad in real life than Will Smith do. That one, that was the only thing that bothered me about the movie. I just couldn't get past, man, you don't look nothing like their father. But it was good, though. It's a small gripe.
Yeah, it's a small gripe. I think I'll be with you, too. But I'm I can't really think of anybody else I don't know who else I would probably say.
Or the other, what's that other, David Oyelowo from, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, from Selma. That played Martin Luther King. Yeah. Even him would have been a better fit for I just think. Because Will done did that twice now. He did it Concussion. He don't look nothing like that. 3 times.
Oh, is the guy from is the guy from Concussion? Is he African too?
The guy from Concussion in real life is a dark skinned bald guy, and same with Christopher Wallace from Pursuit of Happiness that he played.
I thought he was a
dark skin. He looks like a tall Kenny.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I get it, but come on, dog. It's because that's one of our gripes in Hollywood too, and has been for a long time for black folks is
the color.
Yeah, the colorism. They cast certain people, and I don't really care about it that much as long as, I just said with Lawrence Fishburne, he's light skinned, and in real life, I look like me damn near.
I did see look up. Yeah, okay, yeah.
It ain't a huge problem when the acting and the movie overall is good, because then I would turn around and say, for All Eyes on Me, they could have fixed that problem by having guy from Power play him instead of that guy. Because sometimes,
yeah, we did talk about that. Yeah,
we talked about it at work. How maybe sometimes you'll get the look of the person, but then the acting be way off.
But I feel like if they did, so what Q was talking about, we talked about this back at work, and he said that if he could see Omari Hardwick playing Tupac over Demetrius Shipp that actually played Tupac in All Eyes on Me. And I'm like, the people that might be listening to this is he don't look like Tupac.
Yeah, he don't. But that acting though, that gravitas you need.
He gonna have to have that gravelly voice.
Yeah, you think about when he played Shavu with the voice. That, and then a little bit of that stuff that he does on Power.
Oh, the
that's
facial expressions.
yeah,
and
that's
stuff?
more Tupac. Than I could see him hitting them notes in the interviews and stuff that Tupac had.
Why is all the cameras all on me?
Yeah. Then
no, I'm not angry. I'm angry at the system.
yeah, he could do it.
That, yeah.
And then because it didn't. For somebody like Tupac, his character was greater than you focus on that more than how he looked anyway. You don't remember him for how he looked. You remember him for his character.
The
like
way he acts in
he
public
had a
and
big presence, and you knew
I got a big mouth.
Yeah, like Demetrius didn't. His voice was too light, and that ain't Pop.
I think he tried to capture the energy more than the actual character,
and you could tell it showed.
Yeah.
Whereas even with all not All Eyes on Me, but Notorious, I'll give dude that he captured both. Jamal Woolard or Woodard or
Biggie.
whatever his name,
Yeah.
Guy who played Biggie. He had the acting and the look, but that's rare though that you get both.
Yeah.
Think about how good Marshall was, and Chadwick don't look nothing like Thurgood Marshall.
And that was a big question for me too with that. Like, he's not even light
Yeah,
skinned
they
at
could have
all.
easily
Like,
got maybe Terrence Howard.
they could have had old boy that played Malcolm X in Godfather Harlem.
Yeah, to play.
They could have played him.
Marshall, yeah.
Yeah, but
then sometimes you have like Denzel, who didn't. He's
didn't
my
look like-
complexion. But Malcolm
he did pull it off.
Yeah,
though.
he pulled the head. Like you almost don't notice. Like fuck the look. Look at that. Like I said, that's rare, and it's hit and miss sometimes. Or sometimes they get it right. Sometimes it's like, and so with King Richard, they got it right because Wills obviously kills everything that he's in. But I just feel like I would have received that just a little bit better if it was like Idris Elba or somebody dark skin. But overall, good. To answer your question.
I would definitely recommend that whole movie. To
Yeah, the
somebody.
little girls were good. The mother.
That was Sister Girl from. And then just like the details within that whole movie, it didn't really take so that they grew up in Compton and everything, and I was thinking like, okay, it didn't really okay, this is Compton.
Right.
They ain't play NWA, or did they play NWA?
They played very little hip hop.
Yeah, so they didn't really point it out. It was in the hood.
Yeah.
They didn't say Compton. They just said they live in the hood.
Then you had the gang members and stuff.
Right. They just didn't say
Saying
Compton or exactly. That was it. They took it lightly. They just didn't this is Compton. This is the Compton that we know today. And I think that was kind of cool. That was cool. They sprinkled it in there, but they didn't pound it on our head that they was in Compton.
Right.
You couldn't tell that they were in Compton. They could have been in a whole nother neighborhood for real. But I didn't know that they were. I thought it was only two sisters.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought I knew about their one older sister, but I didn't know they had all of them.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought it was just literally two. It was the two of them. I didn't know that it was older sister that was not necessarily the smart sister, but she was the head of her class, and so I guess
also didn't know their mother played tennis either.
Me
she
neither.
was good at tennis.
So I'm yes, I liked it because it was very informative.
Yeah,
Everybody
and it was long, but it was so good that it didn't feel that long. That movie was long,
at all.
but
It didn't.
So yeah, overall that was a real good one.
5 out of 5. Would you give it a 5 out of 5 or
4?
4 out of 5?
Yeah. Small gripe would have to take it away from getting the 5. Just cause, and the reason I say that is because sometimes I'm trying to think of what movie this happened in, but if a character's whole thing is the world views me as black and ugly, or I had a lack of opportunities because I was considered dark and ugly, and you get somebody light skinned like Will to do it, that take away from. That's the movie I'm thinking of. The Nina Simone story.
Yeah.
You saw it?
I did watch it. And, it looked like she had blackface.
It was a good movie, but when you do that, it's like, come on now. See, Davis or the chick that plays Michonne to do that role.
Yeah.
Then you would get all the discrimination that Nina Simone went through because she was dark skinned, considered ugly, and
she actually showed.
She shows you that, because people ain't pining for Viola Davis or the chick from Michonne as like sex symbols, but everybody loves Zoe. Yeah, like that's weird to me. Like, why didn't you just cast a chick that looked more like Nina Simone? Like Viola Davis would have killed that role.
I think so too.
Her acting's better than Zoe too. Like, so,
and she
wouldn't have turned that down. They must have just not asked.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how they come up with these
the casting choices. Put all that spray and shit all on Zoe Saldana. Her hair texture.
Yeah, if she took off that wig, it would have been like
she got the curly. Yeah, like, so when you do movies like that, it's like that don't make sense, because in the black community, you know how it is, and me and Kenny talked about this too at work. Like in the black community, we've always had this. Light-skinned people are in, dark-skinned people are in now. This, like, remember it was Al B. Shore and Prince in the 80s until Wesley Snipes and Michael Jordan came along. So we keep doing it, and I don't know who on top right now, but whoever it is, it's going to circle back around to the other complexion at some point. Yeah. So we've always had that constant battle, and when you do stuff like the Zoe Saldana thing, that's just weird to me. Like, who's gonna discriminate against her? She's still considered pretty.
Yeah.
By most people. They didn't put no prosthetic big nose or lips or nothing on her. It was literally Zoe Saldana's Gamora face. And instead of being green, she was like brown. Yeah, like, come on now. Ain't nobody about to discriminate against her. Yeah. So that's just weird to me when they do that type of stuff. But yeah, that would be reason why I can't give it a 5, because it's weird.
It is weird. True story.
True story. 5 out of 5 for me.
That's a 5 out of 5.
6 out of 5. That shit was real good.
The record.
Yeah, I usually like. I don't know if I told you this before, but I actually like Kevin Hart more serious than
comedy.
Comedy, yeah, because when I saw him in
Fatherhood.
That too, but before that movie he did with Bryan Cranston, The Upside.
Oh, The Upside, yeah.
And he was more serious in that too. I was like, yeah, Kevin need to do more serious stuff.
Yeah, he should.
And he started doing it. Fatherhood was incredible, underrated. A lot of people didn't even see that movie, but Fatherhood was great, and True Story, he just killed it. I want to see more serious Kevin Hart stuff now.
Would you still let's go watch his stand up then?
I never really liked him
as stand-up
comedically. Nah, I never really. Other than what's that? Central Intelligence. Mm-hmm. But even then, he was I liked him in that because he was more the straight-laced guy. The Rock was the silly one in Central Intelligence. Mm-hmm. So he was more serious, and that dynamic. I loved Central Intelligence because of that, but when he does all the oh my god and I couldn't,
oh my god,
yeah, I could never get into it.
Ready.
Like I get it, why people do like him, but it just ain't my cup of tea comedically. But serious, I love Kevin Hart's serious shit. Killed it in True Story.
We legit so that when you think about Netflix series, like stuff that's like a series, people tend to just watch, like, I'm watching episode now.
Yeah.
I'll watch the next one Thursday. I'll watch the next one after that. Next Saturday because I'm doing this.
But if it's good, you won't want to do that.
Watching all of it right there.
I watched that whole thing that day.
Exactly. We did the same thing on Thanksgiving.
It was like 7 to 8
It's
9 episodes, something like that.
7 episodes, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that thanks. Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ate a couple plates and watched the whole entire thing. I didn't want to turn away from it like it. And a good series will do that to you.
Yeah.
Make you drop everything and binge. Put you on adult depend so you ain't got to go to the restroom even.
Yeah.
But nah, that was dope.
I caught it like from the very beginning. Like from the very beginning, I caught it. Like
what was going
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't. Not like that anyway.
what did you?
I knew the same thing that you knew, that Wesley was shady, his big brother. But I got that from watching the trailer, that he was shady. But I didn't know it was gonna end up like that.
Yeah.
Like the chick still being alive that deep.
I figured it was because like I said, like me and my family, we was watching. I'm like, all right, so like we ain't seen about nobody, no real blood,
show her get chopped up or nothing.
Nothing. It just they took her away, and I knew that.
I thought maybe she was really dead, and Dude and Billy Zane's character was still just trying to extort him for having to get rid of the body. But I ain't know it's that deep. Like she was in on it too. Like that was a nice twist for me.
Nice twist. Power. Book 2.
The first one or book 2?
Book 2.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
First season was good, other than his acting, like I told you. Other than Tariq's acting being a little shaky.
I think he just gotta,
keep going.
buff himself up. He'll get it together.
It ain't nothing that is so bad that you don't want to watch it.
Yeah, it's not.
Season 1 was fire. So far, this one's even better.
Did you watch? Did you watch book 3?
Yeah, Raising Kanan.
Yeah,
I'm all caught up.
Did you like you like that too?
Yeah. Raising Kanan was real good. All the acting in that solid. That kid that plays 50 with the mouth, with that mouth, woo. Somebody know. Ghost. You talking about power,
man? Y'all know behind the camera, my poster just fell out of its frame and everything, and I think that was probably
maybe that was Tupac, because the acronym, the thug,
the HUQ,
knocked that off because we trashed his biopic. Said his biopic is trash.
Come with me. All you hear is "come with me." But so on book 3, I like how they set all that up, how they made it feel like you were really in the 90s.
Yeah, they captured the hell out of that.
And that's kind of the stuff I want to do, like period pieces like that, and like have to find like the details, old cars, old styles of clothes.
Real good continuity got her there.
And back to the whole icon thing that I told you about before. Like I want that whole thing. Well, the icon is like a prequel. Yeah. So it's gonna be like back in the 90s or whatever. I don't know, 91, maybe 92, probably at the top, at the most. But this is like the story of the legend that you'll see in the sequel to that. That he finds So I don't know if you guys have watched the episodes previously, but I know I've talked to another guest about the movie, so I'm gonna explain it to you too. So the icon, it's pretty much the rise of what I call him? What did I call the character? James Davison, also known as Slim J. Yeah. So so the icon is his rise to fame. How it's kind of like his own biopic. It's like a satirical biopic. And so after that, we'll see him as the music mogul who he doesn't like the current state of hip hop. Right. So he in a way he hasn't up to that day or up to that time frame that takes place in the story. He never touched base with the younger generation until now.
Mm.
And so as he finds those artists or whatever, he meets the main character of the sequel, who's the young guy in the city, and he's made a buzz for himself. And in a way, he reminds him of himself. And so you'll see like a lot of like similar flashbacks to some of the stuff that I'll probably like make reference to in the prequel. So we'll just see how I play, how I write all of this out to like
sort of get downish.
In a way, the get downish, yeah, but it's not gonna be like that. It's not
time period.
It's gonna be like 90s, like early to mid 90s maybe. And then it's not gonna be like Tupac. It's not gonna be Tupac, Biggie, and so on and so forth like he did in the Get Down. But it's just gonna be I'll probably make references to those times though. Like he'll probably be going to the Source Awards or something, and then he'll probably be right there in the crowd.
All in the videos.
No, he'll just be like
all on it. Nah, he'll see.
He'll be right there though. He'll be like,
when that
I was
happened,
there. Yeah, I was there. I saw Outkast, Suge was on stage.
Y'all don't love us.
Exactly.
Y'all ain't got no love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Death Row. Yeah,
let it be known then.
Stuff like
so
that.
that kind of stuff, yeah. Just so people can like know what era this is.
Will it be those actual people or like different names? But people will be like, oh, that's supposed to be Snoop.
Probably with like, I don't want to,
because you would have to get the rights and shit to use their likeness. Exactly. Unless you called him like Pooch or some shit.
Pooch dog.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, that's who that's supposed to be.
I kind of want to do it like that then, just to be safe. Then. But yeah, and then so that's the icon, and then the Just Ain't No thing is like that's a period piece within itself because
same time period.
The same time period. His whole career pretty much was in, I don't know, what was it?
The 90s.
It's like 93 to 2001. So he was like 18, I think, when he probably started, because they was in college. They started in college, and then his story ends in 2001. So that's what, 15 years almost.
93 to 2001.
Yeah, I think that's, how long is that?
Oh, that's like 8 years.
How many? 8 years? Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, so had an 8-year run. Okay, so as we were talking about a little earlier, black sitcoms. Did you hear about they're trying to redo, I guess, Fresh Prince?
Fresh Prince, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for it?
I have not seen the trailer, but I watched. I'm subscribed to Will on YouTube.
And he made a reference to it.
No, he had the actual little actor that he picked him.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he picked that dude to play him.
Okay. I think Frank told me about it, but I
didn't even know they had a trailer out.
So it was a while back. I heard about them somebody was doing like a GoFundMe or something like that for it. And I think he had like a little trailer or whatever, but it wasn't like, I guess, out there. People probably saw it and thought it was like a good like parody. Yeah. They probably thought it was just a parody, a little thing that some small filmmaker did on his own. But now I think it's going to be
it's a real thing. Yeah,
it's a real thing.
I've seen the guy that Will picked in his trailer and stuff. Like, I think they're still shooting it. That's why I know.
Oh, still to this day.
Yeah, they're still working on it.
Okay.
More serious take on the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, so it's like a darker. So as we all know. Hold on. I'll just save that. And then, my bad, y'all. I just turned off the Instagram live thing. And, Yeah, so it's like a darker tone to the whole. It's like comics. It's a sitcom.
Yeah.
And so this is like a more serious take on it.
Like an actual drama series.
Like an actual drama series. It's still the same people. It's just a darker tone to it. So hold on.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
Let me pull it up right quick.
It's a good idea. If it works out, they could do the same thing with certain other shows that were kind of lighthearted and mostly funny, but stuff like Different World.
So like what kind of
serious college take on that? Yeah, like because sitcoms back in the day are very lighthearted.
Yeah.
Or they do Family Matters like that too, because Family Matters that was based in Chicago. Shit wasn't that sweet in Chicago.
What
Family Matters?
Oh yeah.
The setting was Chicago. Like
Yeah.
all the gangs and shit. Like they could do a more serious take on that too.
Yeah.
Have a less nerdy Urkel, just somebody who's like not in that lifestyle.
So the teaser, the new teaser that they have out now, it's like 30 seconds, I think. It's 49 seconds. So we'll probably look at that and then also the other one, the original, I guess. Trailer. Yeah. All right. Kind of look like Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be on
Was
Peacock.
that Will's voice that was doing that?
I think it was old boy. No, that's somebody else.
Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, that's dope. Oh, this is Bel Air 2022.
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
Oh, that's gonna be dope. Yeah.
I dig that idea more.
So they kind of did the same thing to Baywatch, not Baywatch. It's Saved by the Bell.
A more serious Saved by the Bell.
They had they did a reboot, but it's like everybody that was in the original one is like a teacher.
Yeah, I think
that's on. I think it's on Peacock too.
But is it serious or is it still as lighthearted as it used to be?
Oh no, I didn't really watch it. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks like
has a sitcom feel or that drama series.
It's more drama than it's more drama. It looks more drama than sitcom.
I'm down with that. If they can resurrect some 80s and 90s shows with a more serious tone, that'd be dope. Hell, bring back Martin and have it,
Yeah,
because Martin's a good serious actor too.
Did you? Well, you probably aren't young enough, but you're not. Well, you're not young enough. Old enough. Well, no, you. Proud Family.
Yeah, Oscar Proud now.
Yeah,
they're back.
How old were you when that?
I was in my teens.
Okay, yeah. So back on to the vegan Playboy. This dude. I want y'all. All right. What I want you guys to do, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, I want you guys to guess this guy's age.
Oh, I thought you was about to say this dude looks like Tommy Davidson. Oscar Pratt.
Well, we can talk about that too. You do look like Oscar Pratt.
Guess the pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The Barnell man came.
Boing boing. But yeah, so I want you guys to put down below.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to.
How old this guy is. I'll tell you guys this guy's age next episode. So at the end of this episode, comment how old you think this guy is. I don't know what the prize would be.
I might be able to guess it now though, because I said I was in my teens when Proud Family was on.
Oh, okay. Well, so what? So
see how close they get.
Let's see how close they get. Okay, yeah. So This the full trailer they had back in 2019.
I saw that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I saw that old one.
Okay, so it was.
It didn't have that dude in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did. It looked like it. Yeah.
Yeah, because he wasn't casted yet. That's the real deal we just watched. That's
that guy that was in it? Okay.
That's actually the real deal. You saw Will's name and production studio on it. Yeah, that's gonna be.
So that's gonna be legit then.
Yeah, especially with because Will does Cobra Kai too. Producer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that shit real good. I
gotta watch that. I have to really watch that. That's another thing I gotta watch.
Yeah, they heading into their 4th season. It's dope. It's more serious than the older one. The movies were. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they can keep that going, I'm down. Do Gremlins like that?
I would see Gremlins. That's one thing I think we gotta do. They gotta do is like
more serious Gremlins.
Yeah,
Chucky. If you haven't watched that, it's real good.
So didn't they just do their finale?
Yep. Last week this past week.
So yeah,
already greenlit for season 2. So get on the train. It's real good.
I think they did that. They did the Killer series.
Mm-hmm.
They did that for the Purge too, and I think I watched that.
Oh yeah, I forgot they had a Purge series. It's still on. Oh, it didn't.
It's been gone, but
didn't last.
It wasn't like the movies, and I think with those type of shows, they do have a lot more room to like mess with like the story because. If you really think about like the whole story and everything, you gotta concentrate on that little bit, like the time frame and then also those characters. You can't just go out and like just start expanding unless you're trying to do another movie.
Right.
And so in this one, it was like different people and everything. Did you watch the most recent Purge?
The Forever Purge? No.
Yeah.
I watched the one before that.
It seemed like every purge has some kind of like political like message to it. But I think it wasn't as good as the other ones, but it was alright.
Yeah, I think they should probably stop those at this point.
Mm-hmm. This kind of like how they do the Jigsaw movies.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see that yet either. That last
with Chris Rock.
Yeah, I see it. Is it good?
It was pretty good for it to be Chris Rock's film.
Chris Rock and Sam Jackson?
They were a dynamic duo.
Yeah, I still gotta check that one out.
I think they gotta do at least one more for that. Because I think the way they ended it, it has to be made.
Need more black films like that too.
So do you think
horrors and things like
we need more like outside of our box?
Yeah,
we need to stop doing like gangster films and stripper films and
ain't no good black men or women in the dating game type field.
No light skin versus dark skin type. Yeah. That's what you say? You said what is his name? Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is good at doing that.
Yeah, like the light skinned savior, the dark skinned
evil guy,
evil boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah.
See now, the harder they fall.
Did we talk about that?
I don't think
we haven't even talked about that. Wait a minute. Oh.
Talk about that a little bit, but I was just gonna say the harder they fall, I would accept the whole. Because the real people, none of them look like the real people. Uh-huh. And I know a lot of people had a problem with the Zazie Beetz Stagecoach Mary. She was like dark skinned in real life.
Oh, okay.
But see, on something like that, I'm okay with it because in the beginning of the movie, he said these were real people, but the events were. So it's all
staged. Yeah,
you going into it like, oh, this is a fictitious account on some real people.
Right, yeah.
I can deal with it then. Like, these aren't the real people they portraying. A lot of them probably didn't even know each other in real life, them characters. Yeah, probably. So I could deal with that. But, yeah, that movie, 10 out of 10. That's top 5 favorite Westerns for me.
So I was kind of surprised that it was that good, honestly.
Yeah, I was too. I was thinking that I was going into it thinking it was going to be garbage.
Like that's one of the genres that I would never touch. Like
Western?
Yeah, like
be surprised.
Well, that's the thing because it's
Westerns, boy. You gotta get you some Westerns.
I mean, it's like I seen
Django?
I saw Django and everything, and that was cool. I really like Django. But like I didn't really think about it until now. Like, okay, that is a Western.
Yeah, it's a dying genre too. That would be good to get your feet into that because it could come back in a big way. Thanks to movies like The Harder They Fall and Django and Hateful Eight, and I'm pretty sure Quentin Tarantino's last film that he do probably gonna be another Western.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
So yeah, so like back on like on the whole why we need black voices. When you think of black, so in this big old conglomerate of we call Hollywood, I think black filmmakers are like a very small percentage.
Yeah.
That's like household names. When you think of household black names in film, who do you think of?
Spike Lee, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and
right now,
pretty much it.
Ryan Coogler probably.
Ryan
now.
Coogler, he's still coming up to me though, because for real.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Fruitvale Station, Black Panther, and Creed 1, or there's only 3 movies, right?
Creed, and then
because he didn't do Creed 2, that was another black director.
Was?
Yeah.
He did he produced something. Oh, the what the Black Panther movie, the other Black Panther.
Was it that one?
Black Messiah.
Oh, really?
He I think was a part of that. Oh. Yeah. What is this guy's name? Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so far so good for Ryan. Though all his movies been
all his
fire.
movies are like powerhouse movies.
So he's next. He's up next.
But then we got like a part of the new generation. He's a part of the new generation.
Oh, and Jordan Peele too.
He's a part of the new generation. I think he's a part of that.
Yeah.
Even though he could probably be in that, well, not necessarily the 90s, but he's a part of the new generation to me because like he was always a comedian.
Yeah, but when he switched to horror,
that's his lane right there. I think he had the mind for it. Like
got a new one coming up too.
Nope.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna have a darker message or like a racial message?
Whatever it is, gonna be fire because he's got it right now.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nia DaCosta's pretty good. She did Candyman.
Yeah, okay, Nia. He was a part of that too.
And who? Oh, Jordan Peele.
Jordan
Peele
he
produced
was a part of it. Yeah.
She directed it, and I think she's trying to direct, or I think she is directing Blade, if I'm not mistaken.
No, she's doing
some Marvel movie. Ain't it?
It was Marvel, but it wasn't that. It was what's the not Miss Marvel, but
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. That's what she's doing.
So yeah, she's on her
getting
way.
Her name out there.
Ava DuVernay is good.
Have you seen the hate? Not the hate. Yeah, no, not the hate you give, but when they see us.
Nope.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
You do? Mm-hmm. It's on Netflix. I think hopefully it's still.
Who did that one?
Ava DuVernay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She does Queen Sugar, this TV show that I watch a lot.
So you watch that too?
Queen. Oh, you watch it?
I've been around it.
Yeah, Queen Sugar.
I never really sat down and watched a whole episode. I know the people in it, but I don't really
Yeah, they're coming up on the last season next year. Season 7 is gonna be the final season. It's real good.
Yeah.
That's Ava.
So we're just gonna wrap it up after we talk about the not the hate you give, the Hard Day Fall. Right. Some of the stuff that I noticed in there is like the different shots.
Oh yeah, shots were dope.
It was some shots in there.
Especially theatrically.
Exactly.
Did you see it when it was still in the theater?
No, that's the thing. Because I think by the time I was able to go watch it, it was gone.
As good as it is on TV, it's that much better when you see it big like that. Them shots.
It's a shot in that movie where it's like you see
the back of Idris Elba's head.
Is that what it is? I thought it was like the zip line shot that they did.
And it kind of starts from the back of Idris's head in the
all the way down to
shoots through the window and all the way through that town to Jonathan Majors.
His face.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff I want to kind of like experiment with my stuff. Like whatever project I do, I have to find like some kind of outrageous like shots. What's the other thing I was wanted to talk about?
The stellar acting.
Yeah, the stellar acting.
All of them did their thing.
It was like a black cat. It was like a
powerhouse cast.
Yeah, very powerhouse cast. You had Woody. You had
Woody McClain, Damon Wayans Jr. even was in there.
Just little scenes, but it was like somebody black you knew. Man, I recommend that to anybody that's trying to watch it too.
It's doing pretty good too.
Yeah.
I wish it had done better when it was at the theater,
but I think that takes it away. That takes away from the whole streaming thing too.
I think it would if it did real good at the theater. Once it came to streaming, it'll still.
No. Like what I mean is like the streaming thing, the partnership that they be doing.
Oh
with,
yeah,
like
yeah.
The
Netflix partnership.
Yeah, like the HBO and all those streaming services and stuff that they do with these projects that come out. I think that kind of takes away from it because...
Does it though? Because it said it did the boom Netflix in front of the movie in the theater. You knew it was Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, they let that be known. It was on the posters and everything, Netflix. So, I mean, they get money either way.
Yeah.
I just wish, because, like I said, them shots we were just talking about, that stuff look even better
in theater
on the big screen.
Yeah.
And the score and all that stuff. The skibbity whoa, that is loud and it's.
I could hear it from the break.
Yeah, it was dope. I fell in love instantly with that movie.
I think it was the action for me for that movie. Like,
yeah, it was a good mix of everything. Action, drama, Music was good. It wasn't the typical Western music. It had a little flavor.
It was like updated.
To it.
It was like updated, but you still had that.
It fit.
Yeah.
It had a little flavor to it. They actually shot on location and out in the West, and the scenery and built them sets of the town and stuff. That shit was, and like I said, that was all black funded pretty much. Jay-Z and the Reginald Hudlin, I believe. His name. I don't know, it could be.
Oh, hold on.
I'm not sure. I think.
Is that the guy, the director or whatever?
James Lasseter. James Lasseter, right?
James Samuel?
James Samuel was the director. Right. James Lasseter and Jay-Z were the producers.
Oh, the producers. Hold on.
They're both black. Obviously, Jay-Z. For those that don't know, I believe it was James Lasseter.
Yeah, James Lasseter.
Yeah. So, yeah, they they believed in it.
He was gonna put together a few Will Smith projects.
Yeah, Lasseter, he's heavy in the game.
I Am Legend, Hitch, 7 Pounds, Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, speaking of Will, he has a black production company, that Overbrook Entertainment and stuff.
He done got Cobra Kai,
yeah.
Hard Day Fall, King Richard.
Fresh Prince coming up is under that company.
Life in a Year.
Which was good.
Have you seen the Charm City Kings?
Yeah, that was real good.
Yeah.
Charm City King.
Yeah.
That was under his production company. So yeah, we got some stuff out there. We just need more of them, and we need to. I know it's gonna sound messed up, but stop going to see those type of movies that you was just talking about, like the Tyler Perry. Yeah, like cut back on them a little bit, so they stop doing as good. And support more of this, like black westerns, black sci-fis, which we have none of those.
I feel like that's all it is, though, when it comes to like these. Like, I know it's like a lot of guys on Instagram and stuff that kind of like they start their own like little company, and they always put together like some kind of hood story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always hood for the most part.
Yeah. But,
I'm following a few people on Instagram who have like black comic book ideas and stuff like that, some unique stuff. Mm-hmm. So we ain't always got to rely on Marvel or DC to get.
That's the thing too. Is like that's the other thing. That's the other reason why I said I think we should like.
You could do that.
What, like Marvel
some
stuff?
Black comic book things. Superhero.
I kind of have an idea of
heroes.
So it's this comic book that I used to read as a kid, called Kids of the King, and I don't know if it was really it wasn't necessarily a black comic, like a black, I think it was probably put together by a black person, but the cast of it was like, it's a mixed cast. Yeah, and I think they either need to bring it back. They need to bring it back for more, issues or whatever, but I think they should do like that kind of cartoon, those kind of movies, like kids, cartoons, stuff like that.
And like me and Kenny was talking one time. Kenny's a guy at work. You might have heard his episode. You might have heard his name get brought up. But we were talking one time, and he said the reason why we'll never see a biopic on E40 was because his past is so clean. And I thought about that, like, yeah, that's true. Like, why? That's messed up, though. Like, why do we like to see biopics of motherfuckers
somebody's on drugs or
like
had a life of crime?
I would watch a biopic where the motherfucker lived happily ever after, came up and had none of them issues. But that's why that was real stuff. Like, yeah, we'll never see an E40 biopic because he never had no ego, never, have no bad dealings with his artist and all this stuff that we used to seeing, like ego and drugs not taking you down, and
some kind of abuse or whatever with
their
their wives.
And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that's probably why we won't see a Stevie one anytime soon. Stevie Wonder, because
he wasn't
on drugs or nothing. Yeah, he didn't really go through nothing. The biggest thing in Stevie's life, I think, was that near fatal crash that he almost had in the 70s. But
has he always been blind?
Yeah, he's always been blind, and that ain't really
nothing too crazy.
Yeah, because when you look at Stevie's life, obviously blindness worked out very well for the
him
brother.
And Ray Charles, both.
But Ray, yeah, you get why we got Ray, because he went through the same shit you just said, the drugs and
abusing women,
bruising women, relationships going bad. Stevie never had any of that, so we may never get a Stevie.
Just might definitely get a Rick James though. Rick James.
Yeah, I'm surprised. That's what I'm saying. If Rick and
they
Richard
had a documentary for Rick James, but that was it.
Yeah, but that was it. Same with Richard. We've got 3 Richard Pryor documentaries now. Like, we need that movie. And if drama is what you want, it don't get no more dramatic than Richard Pryor's lifestyle.
Yeah.
Being raised in a brothel and that's like the perfect
getting caught on fire from smoking dope.
His life was kind of terrible.
Yeah.
And so that would be the perfect biopic. If that's what people keep looking for is the drama, then it don't get no worse than Richard's life was. So, but yeah, we need to see those people who didn't have such a bad life either. Let's see those biopics, like something peaceful. Motherfucker that wasn't taken down by the industry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas Spike Lee's biopic before he died, because Spike ain't really had no issues either. He ain't been. I
would see that. I would see a documentary on Spike too, or either a Spike biopic or a documentary.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Give him his flowers while he still can put input on it. He's still young enough and still aware to be able to tell you exactly how things went down. And
I would definitely let him do that. Like,
that would be dope.
I'd rather
Spike
tell somebody
damn near could play himself still in certain scenes too, because he's still young. Like, once you get up to 2000s on, it could just be Spike.
Yeah,
he can act like so. Yeah. But I don't know.
So, all right, you guys. That was the end of episode 12. Make sure you comment down below this guy's age. Wu-Tang for everybody. Wu-Tang is for the children. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.